But anyway, I'm standing right here in front of motherfucking Domino's. Y'all see where I'm at? I'm standing right here in front of Domino's. Right? I just left the store. Same parking lot, same. You feel me? Now, let me tell y'all this story about last night. Like, I am so tired this morning. I am so freaking sleepy because I had went to bed around the same time that I normally go, sundown. But I laid there for a little while watching, you know what I'm saying, a couple of videos and stuff like that. And I go to sleep. All right. Maybe about 6:30 I go to sleep or what have you. Now evidently my son had ordered him a pizza last night, but he didn't use his app. He just straight called, you know what I'm saying, to Domino's, which he gave my phone number. Like he does, he always uses my phone number for everything, which is quite annoying. Okay, we can see right here, Food Line. I'm going past Food Line, right? Same Food Line. Same Food Line y'all be seeing me walk to all the time. I'm finna take the same freaking path that I always take. Mind you, when you come out of Domino's, you come through this parking lot, you take this street, and you hit right there. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell the story on the way back. All right? Hopefully I got enough time. So I'm in the bed, I'm sleeping, and everything was marvelous. You know what I mean? I was in a good, deep sleep. Everything felt wonderful until my phone rings. I look at it. I don't recognize the number. I sit it, I hit the little side button to make it stop ringing. I sit it back down on the floor. 20 seconds later, my phone starts ringing again. Now this time I pick it up. I look, it's the same number, but I look at the time this time. It's like 9:15. So I'm like, oh, hell no. Anybody that it is that knows me knows I'm not going to answer it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can't be somebody who knows me. So therefore, this can't be an emergency. I sit the phone back, I mash a little bit and sit the phone back down on the floor beside my bed. Now, maybe this time 30 or 40 seconds go by. My phone rings again. It's the same fucking number. So at this point, I'm like, okay, somebody finna, you know what I'm saying, get cussed out. Well, I'm either gonna dismiss this so they'll stop calling my phone. Or if it's like, I just didn't know what was going on. So I pick up the phone, I answer it. It's the damn pizza man. He's like, hey, he's talking slow. Mind you, this motherfucker acting like we are cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? No, I mean, you're talking slow. I'm asleep, bitch. I know you can hear that shit in my damn voice. So I'm like, he's like, hello, how you doing? I'm like, hello, who is this? He said, this is whatever his name was. I'm coming from Domino's. Now, mind you, when he says Domino's, I'm like, okay, my son Josiah must order him a pizza. So I'm listening to what he's saying. He's like, I'm parked out in front of a house right now, but I don't know if I'm at the right house because there's no lights on. And he keeps trying to tell me something. I don't want to hear this shit. I'm trying to go back to sleep, okay? So I'm like, listen, I said, just tell me where you are and I'll tell you how to get in. Mind you, I just cut through the graveyard. Food Line right there, right? All I did was cut through the graveyard. But if you come out that parking lot, all you do is, you know what I'm saying, hit this street. And then my street. Straight motherfucking shot to my house, okay? So, I'm like, just tell me where you are. You know what I'm saying? He starts describing the house that he's parked out in front of. I said, sir, listen, you just woke me up out my sleep, okay? And you're calling me to ask me for directions to my house. Now, what I was getting ready to say was don't give me landmarks, okay? Tell me exactly where you are so I can, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He's like, I said, but all I got out was, you're calling me, waking me up out my sleep, asking me for directions to my house. He was like, oh no, I don't need directions. I don't need directions. The GPS just isn't working right. So I'm like, well, evidently you do need directions if you're calling my phone, you know what I'm saying, looking for the house. So he's like, no, look, now I don't need no directions. I guess he got pissed because I said something to him about needing directions. And I cut him off. I'm like, listen, just tell me where you are right now. He starts describing that house again. Nigga, don't describe that house to me. I cannot tell where every single house on my street is. I don't even know if you're on my street. Like look for a street sign or something. You know what I'm saying? Look for a fucking street sign or something. But he's not doing that. He just want to keep continuing to tell me what the house is like that he's parked in front of. So, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Dude, I said, don't tell me about that house no more. Tell me where you are. Then he says, I'm by a church. Mind you, there are 2 churches on my street. Actually, no, I'm sorry. There's only 1 church on my street, but there is another church. This right here is 1 street. Any move that you turn off of this street, you're on a whole nother street. This right here is a whole nother street, because before that got built, this used to run across the highway like a long time ago. So this is a whole different street over here. Everywhere else that you turn off is a different street. So if you could tell me the street that he could have, I ain't say this to him, can't get a chance to, but if that fool had told me what street he was on, or if he told me like, so he like, don't keep describing the same house, that's not helping me out at all. So he keeps, then we start getting into it as to whether or not he needs fucking directions. Now, if you're claiming that your GPS is not working and you're having to call my phone, nigga, you don't know where you are. You don't know where you're going. You're fucking lost. Okay, you need directions. Don't quit arguing with me about whether or not you need directions. Just tell me where the fuck you are so I can tell you how to get to my house so we can hang up this fucking phone and I can go to sleep. Now, by this time, I'm pissed because, like I said, this nigga want to keep arguing with me about whether or not he need help with directions. I'm sitting here on the phone. I know good and fucking well Dwayne wake me up for this shit, okay? So at this point, I thought I had hung up on him. I go downstairs. Well, I sent to the stairs, I'm yelling for my son, like telling him, go out there to the pizza man, but he was in his room with the music loud. So he didn't hear me. I had to call his name a whole bunch of times and then finally tell him like, some dumbass, you know what I'm saying, is out here trying to find a house and can't find a house. Go outside and meet him on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Or go outside and see if you see him. So my son come out on the porch and he's saying, I see him. So, well, I heard him say, I see him, but by that time I had stepped back in the room and I hear the man on the phone saying, hello. So that's when I realized he was still on the phone. I said, yeah, he just went outside to go and meet you. He said, I don't see anybody. I don't know where I am. Mind you, okay, he had turned off of this street and went down that way. He was on a whole nother street. You're not on my street no more. He was by the church back there in the back. Why would you turn off of the street? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so he's still trying to tell me there's something about the GPS. I'm like, sir, I don't want to hear nothing about that no more. Please stop saying that. What I'm telling you is that wherever you are, because no, I'm sorry. He wasn't saying, he did say something about the GPS, but what got me agitated is that he started trying to fuss about a light not being on. That's when I told him, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't say shit, motherfucker, when your dumb ass is at the wrong house. You know what I'm saying? You're not even at our fucking house. So then he's like, don't be sitting there getting mad at me because your son ordered a pizza And something he was saying, but I didn't hear that part because all I heard was something like, don't get mad at me because your son. And I cut him off. I was like, motherfucker, don't you sit there and get mad at me because your dumb ass can't find a house 2 minutes away from your job, a straight motherfucking shot, and with a damn GPS. I'm like, what the fuck? So then he hangs up. All right, because evidently by that time he must have seen my son. Because you can't turn, you know what I'm saying, from here, I go here, but you can't turn and go that way to back there to the church he was at. How the fuck did you get back there, dumbass? It's a straight ass shot. So I had by the time he pulled up, I am in a rage. So I jump up out the bed, I grab my little t-shirt off the floor, muscle t-shirt or whatever, throw on my jogging pants, end up having my on backwards. So I knew I had it backwards. I cut myself like this, but by the time I stepped outside, my son was standing on the porch, and he put it. I'm like, I step out like, you know what I'm saying, you better not never, motherfucker, you better not never talk to me like that again. So my son, he was like, what happened? What did he say? And I'm just brushing my son out because I don't like, you know what I'm saying, to have conflict and all this other stuff my kids do about it. So I'm just like, you know, don't worry about it, whatever. And this, that, and the third, but I had jumped out there, y'all. I was ready, you know what I'm saying? And then the way he kept laughing, the man I'm talking about, because he don't even know. When I stepped out there, my first everything was to jump on him, but I couldn't do that, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, go in the house and you know what I'm saying, let it be. Joe get the pizza and just let it be. But when I'm going in the house, he was talking shit and laughing. So I'm like, okay, back of my mind, get that nigga knocker and go out there and fuck this nigga up. But I can't do that. So the second time I turned back around, my son, because I'm like, just get your pizza, just like, so he went to go get his pizza. See what I'm saying right here, because it's gonna be too dark if I move. But he could get his pizza, and the man stepped to him like, oh, buddy, like, how you doing? Man, I was just trying to tell her, and I was like, motherfucker, don't tell my son shit. I said, he know exactly how I am. You just better give him his Lord forgive me pizza and get the fuck away from my house. And he did, you know, he handed it to him and got gone. I caught Pizza Hut. I was like, don't y'all never send no dumb motherfucker like, I mean, not Pizza Hut, Domino's. Don't y'all never send no dumb motherfucker like that to my house no more. He couldn't find the house 2 minutes up the street. Everybody else have. We order from there all the time, whether it's carry out or whether it's delivery. Ain't nobody else never had. Y'all just sitting there and saw. Straight shot. Y'all, I was so mad. I could barely go back to sleep. I sat there, I left after that for like 2 hours straight. I was so mad. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. And I'm talking about, you know how you laugh and it's just pouring down. I just want to know, who was the dummy? Who was the dummy in the situation? Be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's love is honesty. Be honest. But it damn sure wasn't me.